Welcome to the training of accounting of Proprio Expert. Previous training that we give regarding out the starting inside the Proprio Expert, we talk about the lease, how to generate collections from the lease. So we will just check a couple of things before starting going through the accounting side of the platform. So first of all, we need to go back to the real estate park, and after that the lease, and we will go check a couple of things inside the list. So we have to click on the list and edit on top. And at the second page, we need to verify some couple of things like the starting dates. The term of the lease was 12 months, and the lease was starting on the 1st of July 2023. And we changed the invoicing date on the 1st of October 2023, which is mean that there is 9 months of collections creating in the accounting side. We also, on the third page, put the amount of the rent for the periods of 12 months, which was $1,050 until the end of the lease on the 30th of June 2024. And also we changed the first amount of the first collections, which is the 1st October, was at $2,000. And we actually put pre-authorized payment for this payers, which is mean that the collections was made until the end of the term of the lease. But I will show you another example if I was switching the payment methods to another payment method. But for this case, all the collections was made from pre-authorized payment. I will show you. Finish. So to be able to see the collections, we have to go on the side of accounting, left menu, and also collections. And I will uncheck mark the dates to be able to see every month since from March. So if we check the next month, May was pre-authorized, and also June until the end of this lease. So it was finishing in June. And since in my lease, I put on the third page that it was pre-authorized payment, the payment is already made. So if I just delete the collections, I will just delete to show you what it looks like when we go back in the lease and the message that you will receive as soon as you put the pre-authorized payment. So I will go back inside the lease, and it's another way to go back to the lease. You can click on amount due, and the lease is over there. So you can click on the lease, it will bring you automatically to the lease. After that, you click edit. We go to the third page, and I will let it to pre-authorized payment since it's that I want. So I will just click finish, and we will be able to see a message like this. Do you want this to add these collections? Since a pre-authorized payment, the system want to put all the collections till the end. So you can choose, do you want to add these collections? No, which is mean that you don't want the collections made, so it will be empty. Or if you would like to enter automatically all the payments, since the tenants give you a specimen of checks to allow you to collect the money inside their banking account. So if you want this option, you can click yes, and the collections will be made until the end of the lease. So I will go back in the collections, show you a different types example. We will go back. In March, I will just delete. And this is a way to delete the collections by clicking on the line, the plus, and delete. So this is the best way to delete all the collections made. So I will show you example how to create an NSF. For this case, okay, let me just delete all of this. So I will show you how to create an NSF just in case that the payment didn't went through in the bank account. The way to do it is, example, I put the first, this is the first date of the invoice created by the lease. This is the amount due, the name of the payers, and I will put the payment dates, so which is the 1st March 2024. and I will click over here to put the amount totally in the line. The other way to create the NSF is to go on the line of the collections and click on the plus and click on return checks, which will allow you to put the first date that the institutions inform you that the check was returned. So it's supposed to take 5 business days to receive the information from the bank. So example, I receive it on the date of the 5th of March. And this is the bank fees that it was charged in your banking account. The supplier will be the supplier of your banking, which is Desjardins if you are with Desjardins, or BMO if you are with BMO. And you can put the amount that you would charge in your account. If there's nothing, you didn't get a bank fee, you don't need to put anything in this sections. After that, reinvoice bank fee is if you want to charge the fees to the tenant. Example, I want to charge $50 to the tenants. So I will write the amount over here, and I will let the account choosing bank fees, which is a bank fees that I want to charge to the tenants. And I will just click finish. As you can see another line, a red line, that will cancel the first payment made because it didn't went through in the banking account of the tenants. So the third line will allow me to put another dates that the tenants will inform you. I want to pass the payments on a different dates since the first payment didn't went through. So my tenant informed me that it wants to make the other payments on the 13th of March. So I will put the other dates, and I will let the payment method. And after that, I will click to put the amount inside the line of amount. After that, I will also charge the fees, the banking fees. So I will put the same dates, 13th of March, $50. The next step will be to create the deposit, which is on the accounting deposit side. And since if you can see it's check, the deposit will be regular deposit. You have to click on add on top and choose the right month, which is March 2024, and you can choose the right banking account that you would like to deposit the tenant's amount. So I will check mark the first payment that was on the 1st. After that, I will create another deposit, which is the second one did with the month of March eventually. The second one that will pass on the 13th. Here we go. And the right banking information that you would like to deposit the tenant's amount. So I click finish. And the red one you need to deposit separately because it will balance your reports. So it's really important when you see a red line, it's to cancel the first payment that was made on the 1st and to adjust in the reports after that. So you need to deposit this one alone. So you just put the same date on the 5th and finish. It will be the same thing for the pre-authorized payments, the same method. So on the line of collections, you just click on the plus and the name will be different. It will be return pre-authorized payment, and it's the same thing. You need to actually put the dates where you receive the information that the pre-authorized payment was returned, and also that if you want to you put your banking fees, if you got fees inside your banking account, and reinvoice bank fees if you want to charge the tenants the fees. So it's the same thing over at this side. So now I will show you how, example, if one tenant paid their rent before the month in advance, the way to do it is by going on the invoice. Example, in April, my tenant Sylvie paid 1 month in advance the rents of April. So the way to do it is you have to go on April invoice collections, and in the payment dates, you have to switch the dates a month before. So example, if she paid it in March, on the 1st of March 2024, you need to put that you receive the money for the invoice of April in March. You can also choose the payment of methods if in case she changed her mind and it's not the same payment of method that she choose inside the lease. So you just need to select one payment of method inside this list. After that, you put the amount. And when you want to do the deposit, you need to go back on accounting side, deposit, and it's a regular deposit. It's not a pre-authorized payment. So you just need to click add on top and go back to March, and you will be able to see the payments of March for the invoice of April. So you need to check mark the payment and deposit. Here we go. This was for the paid method. The payment was made before the dates. Now I will show you how to reduce the monthly rent for 1 month. Example, if the tenants did some cleaning inside the property or anything, you want to give her a discount on the rent. First of all, the collections, if it's a pre-authorized payment, you have to delete, first of all, the collections by clicking on the plus and delete. After that, you have to click on the amount due and edit on top. I suggest you don't touch on the first line because this is the rent and the unit price is this amount. So I suggest to click on add an item, and you will just have to choose the discount account, which is 4,700. And also you put the amount. So I give her $300 less on her rent for the month of June, so she will pay only $750 for the June rent. So I just click finish, and after that, since it's a pre-authorized payment, I have to redo the collections. So I will start to put the dates, which is June 2024, 1st of June, and I click to put the amount on the line of amount. So this is the way to do a discount on the rent of the tenants. Also, I will show you to create a manual invoice just in case that the tenant decide to have a garage in the middle of or term of the lease, or she want to add another services. So you just need to go on the collection again and click add on top for creating an invoice, a manual invoice. And you will have to choose the specific dates. So example, she want in April to add a garage. So I will put the 1st of April. The invoice number is more easily to find back in the report if you put a number. So you just need to put any number over there if you want to find the invoice that you created manually. After that, the assignations has to be for the lease, and you will choose the account. Since she want a garage, I click the account garage, and you have other options also, other account that we do have if you want to add a parking, fitness centers, furniture, locker. So you can choose the right account that suits that suits you. After that, you can put a descriptions if you would like, and the price. So example, the price is $100 for the garage. And we click finish. As soon as I return on the collections, you will be able to see the amount of the rent. And if you click on the amount due, you will be able to see that for this month she had a discount. and also the $100 for the garage that she had for only 1 month. To be able to create, example, she want parking lots for the rest of her terms, so I will create another manual invoice. And again, for the extensions lease, and I will add parking, $50. And she wanted until the end of her lease, so I will create an invoice starting in April. And invoice number, recurring, I can choose, okay, charge me this amount for all the first of the month for 12 months, or I can decide for only 3 months she wants the parking lots. So I will create a recurrencing regarding this invoice. So if I click finish, you will be able to see that for April, she has the $50. Also for June, the same thing. She has another $50. And for May, so April, May, June, she has the parking lots for 3 months. So it's already creating. If you made a mistake and just want to delete the recurrency, you can just go back in April, click on the amount due, and after that, delete on top. The system will ask you, are you sure to want to delete this invoice? You just need to click yes. And since you create recurrencing, the system asks you if you want to delete the next recurring invoice associated with the series. So you can click yes to delete all. So I just click yes. So as you can see, there's no more $50 fee for the parking. I just delete all. This was about how to create an invoice manually. After that, we will go on the side of accounting deposit to deposit the pre-authorized to show you an example what it looks like when you create a file to send to your institutions. So first of all, you need to go back to see in your collections if the amount is entered properly. So if you can see in June, the amount is entered properly with the payment method pre-authorized payments. So before doing that, you need to go back in the real estate park on top, the company. You will have to click on the company, edit, and you will have to make sure that at the second page, you have all the information entered in your banking account. So you need your checking to make sure to verify if the good institutions, which is Desjardins, the checking account, and you will have to ask the data center and organizations number to your institutions to make sure to be able to create the documents inside the Proprio Expert. So if you don't have this information, I suggest you to verify with the institutions to give you the data center and also the organization's number to put the numbers over there. And usually if you see on the organization's number that there's like some character like this, we don't suggest to put the dash or anything like this because it can create a problem on the side of creating the documents to send to the final institutions. So it's really important to put all the informations before starting creating the deposit for the pre-authorized deposit. Also, since we are in the company, if you want to do the pre-authorized payments for the supplier, you should ask also this information to the institutions to make sure to have this number also on these sections. Other things really important is if you want to create expenses and you want to pay them with credit cards, I suggest to create your credit cards by entering the card names and also choosing the right account. If you have more than one credit card, which is suggest to create different account in the chart of account by clicking on the plus over there. And the system will create another numbers and will give all the informations like the right associations and also the descriptions in case that you have one and more credit cards. And it's the same thing for the banking account. If you have another banking account, it's really important to never choose the same account in the chart of account. It's supposed to be a different account for each banking account. So I will click finish. So I will go on the left menu, accounting, and I will go on the side of deposit to show you how to create the pre-authorized deposit. So you'll have to go accounting, deposit, and checkmark pre-authorized deposit. You have to create the first pre-authorized deposit by clicking on ads and choosing the right month. So since it was June, my $750, I can actually just checkmark this account, this line for the payers Sylvie Bernard, and I just click finish. On right, you'll be able to see the documents that you can download, and this document is not readable by you, it's just by the institution. So it's really important that you just save these documents, and after that this document will be able to, you just need to go on example Desjardins and transfer the documents over Desjardins only. So this is how to create a pre-authorized and how to send the file to the institutions. Now I will show you how to create an expenses and the different ways to create expenses. So you have to go on the side of accounting, expenses, and when you want to create an expenses, you have to click add on top. And you can choose a supplier if you already create suppliers. If you didn't create suppliers, you can also click on the plus and you can create another one, a new one. There we go. And you don't need to put the information like the email, website. You can choose the suppliers type if you prefer, electricity, the account if you want to put a specific account. If you don't, just let it be like this. Payments term, net 30 days. If you want to let net 30 days, well, you have other options to put other payments terms. So I'll just click finish. So I choose the supplier. And also you will have to choose the specific date of the creations of the invoice. So I will put the 1st of March. Expenses number, if you have the expenses number, you can actually put a number in these sections. And you can choose the assignations, which is the company. If there's more than one company, you can select one. Or the property, if it's for one property, or another one, you can choose in the list if you have more than one, or for apartment and a distribution. From my side, I will let it to company. So since it's for Hydro-Québec, I already know that it's for, I can choose an account if I would like. There's a different account that you can choose in this list. If there's missing account that you would like to create, there is no problem. You can also click on the plus on the sections of account. So the system will be able to create a new account from expenses. And you just need to put the descriptions and click finish. So I can let it to other expenses and put the descriptions if I would like, and the price. So one quantity of the price, example, it cost me $200 for this month. And I can also check mark the taxable amount. So if I want to put the tax, or if I don't want to put the tax inside. So on my side, I want to copy the same thing as I see on my expenses, my invoice. And you can also put a recurring if you want discharge that be charged every month for 12 months or for 5 months, depends on you if you want to put a recurring for this invoice. So I will just make one-time invoice for this moment. So the supplier is Hydro-Québec, the company, the list of items is Gestion GBC, other expenses, and the unit price, which is $200 with the tax, $229.95. So I just click finish. After that, you can either way do the disbursement right away. If you already made the payments, so there's no problem. You can just put the specific dates to make the payments. After that, the payment of method, if you, example, you paid by Interac, you will need to choose your banking account, which is the one that you create inside the company. And you can either way click on a little file over here or on this mark over here to put the amount, which is saying that it's fully paid. If you made a mistake, there is a possibility to click on the red X to delete the payments and restart over. If it was paid by credit card, you will be able to see the difference of account that you can choose. So I will put the same dates. And I will decide to choose credit card. So as you can see, there's 2 credit cards. So I have to choose the right one to put in the good account. So which is, if it was paid by MasterCard, you have to choose MasterCard. And I will just click on the file to pay fully the amount. So this is how to pay. Example, if it was paid by a credit card, I will show you also what it looks like when you want to do the reimbursement of the credit card. So you can also do it over the expenses on the left side, accounting, disbursement, and on top, credit card. So you will be able to see the amount of the MasterCard, the total amount, which is, if we go back in the expenses, all the amount inside the disbursement, sorry, all the amount that was created. So example, in April, I had 345, it was not paid. So if I want to check back all the expenses, I can go back and select the expenses and verify. So this one was not paid. So I can put the amount if I want. So let's just go back in the expenses before. So you can see also this one was already made by credit card on March. So it will be the same thing if you want to go check the amount due on reimbursement credit card. All the amount will be there. So you see the payment was already made for this one. So there's no balance due for the Visa, but the one that I just made, $229.95. If I want to reimburse my MasterCard, I will have to just put the payment dates, which is March, and the payments. So you will see the balance at 0. So which just means that your credit card is reimbursed. After that, I will create an expenses in March, again for example, Canac. And I will show you example if it was materials. Materials, you can write with the descriptions what it was, what kind of materials. So if it was a wood, example, and how much the quantity. So example 2, and it was $100 each. It's really expensive. The dates, which is the 1st of March. The taxable, if you want to put the tax. If you don't, you just remove it. But if you receive the tax of 100%, you just need to check mark the taxable square to make sure that it calculates all the tax of the invoice. So you just click finish. So example, this expenses, I just go find back here. You didn't pay it fully. The way to made a partial payments. I will show you how to do partial payments. So you just need to click on the dates. So the first payment was made on the 1st of March by Interac, by my checking account. And also I made only $100, the first payment. So it will allow you to create another line. And when you're going to do the other payments, you will be able to just put back the dates at different dates. Different method of payments if you paid it differently, the checking account, and also the rest of the money that you need to pay, 129. So this is a partial payments. So now I will create another invoice in April to show you how to pay a lot of invoices at the same time. So I will just create another invoice in April. And again, the assignations company. And for this one, I will say supplies, $300, 3,000, sorry. Here we go. The taxable, finish. So I will go back on accounting, disbursement. As you can see, there's 2 invoices in April that has to pay, and I want to pay because I actually give a total amount for those 2 invoices, and I want to pay it one time. So how to do it? You will be able to see an invisible line at the end of the total. So that's where you will have to put a specific date. So example, I paid both of this invoice on the 11th of March. So I will just select the dates. Also the payment method, I can just decide, okay, I paid it over internet with my banking, and I just need to click on this little documents to pay completely those 2 expenses. So if I click on it, you will be able to see that the system entered both the same dates, the same payment of method, and also the banking account, and the amount was entered properly. This is how we pay a lot of invoice. So if I had 6 invoices that I paid on the 11th of March, I will just select them, and the system will put automatically all the dates and all the amount. After that, I will show you how to, if you want to do a pre-authorized with Drywall, if you want to pay your supplier. So as you remember in the company, if you want to really do the pre-authorized withdrawal with the supplier, you really need the organization's number for the supplier, and you have to ask at your institutions. So as an example, this one on the 14th of April, I decide that I want to send the files to my institutions to make the institutions take the money inside my banking account. So I will, the best way to do it is you have to choose to change the payment method at pre-authorized payments. And as soon as you switch to pre-authorized payments, you will have to go click on top on pre-authorized with Drywall. After that, you click on add on tops, and you have to choose the right months, because if I was in April, I will not be able to see the payments that I want to prepare the documents. So as I see here, I see the supplier connect, and I just need to click check mark the connect and click finish. That's it. So I will show you back in the expenses. In April, was paid in March, pre-authorized payments, and I went to the disbursement, pre-authorized with Drywall, and for March, my documents is here, Canac. And this is where you just download the documents and you send it to your institutions for them to take the money inside your account. Now I will show you where to enter your trial balance if you are starting with Proprio Expert and you want to bring the last balance that you were using inside another platform. So you will have to go on Accounting, General Journal. You will have to click on the Add button. And after that, you will have to write the identifications. You can write opening balance, and I suggest to put the same date and using the same the last trial balance that was inside the last platform. So if it was on the 30th of December, you will need to go back and put the 31st of December, and you will have to do a copy paste on the same trial balance that you see, which is the debit on the side of debit or credit on the side of credit. And also you will be able to select the account that match with your trial balance. So if there's a an account that is missing inside the list, you just need to click on the plus on the right side of account words, and you will be able to create other accounts. And just to make sure, when you create an account, to make sure that you choose the right associations, I will suggest to verify with the person that helped you to do the accounting, to make sure that you're choosing the right associations, because if you don't choose the good associations, it can create some problem inside reports. Click cancel. So, and after that, you can also do regulations if you would like on the side of General Journal. There's iBlue that can give you more example what it was for the General Journal, and you can also in each module example disbursement, you have on the side of payable expenses, the blue eye that you can actually check on the same page of expenses, the same thing. So there's all the information that you can get, what is the sections and everything. After that, as soon as you entered all the collections, all the deposit, and the expenses was created, the disbursement also, you are ready to do the reconciliations by clicking on the left side, accounting, reconciliations, and by clicking on add bottom on the right side. We suggest actually to do one reconciliations for each bank account, because I saw some clients doing two reconciliations for one bank account. So we suggest only one reconciliations for one bank account for each month, which is the dates over here needs to start on the 1st of March and ending at the end of March. The group by payments and dates at the end of March. And that's where you will be able to select all the informations that you receive with the bank, with Proprio Expert to verify if all transactions appear, and if they appear, what is the final balance that you have on the statement that you have on the paper. So if all the transactions is check mark and it fits with your banking statements, the final balance should be the same. So you just need to put the final balance by clicking, and your under resolve will be at $0. And you just need to click finish to finish the reconciliations. After that, we have a lot of reports that you can sort on the side of reports. And the finance, if you look on each side, there's a little descriptions of what is the balance sheets, and also on the age of account, it's the same thing. They give you a little descriptions of each reports, so you will be able to see what is it. So if I can show you the balance sheets supposed to be on the dates of at the end of the month. You can print also on this report. You can export in the language that you would like. If you would like in French, you let it in French. If you would like to send it in English, you just switch the language to English. If you would like to export the format by PDF, Word, Excel, also you can send it over to another person if you would like, and by email, or print it by clicking on print. Also, you have the reports age of account. You can also choose on the dates of the ends of the month. You can check mark in the side of include detail account customer, detail account supplier, and you also have a choice if you would just like detailed account customer by account and destinations. Destinations are dates, and it's the same thing for account supplier. So if I show you an example, I don't know if I would like this one. So as you can see, my age of account of the 31st January 2024, I have one person, actually the $300. If I want to change the information, I can switch it like this. If I show you another report, we have the trial balance. The trial balance, it's every the end of the month, actually. So if I check on the 1st of January, or if I switch it to the end of February, informations will be different and the debit and credit are equal. You can also export this document. Every report can be export or change language and send by email or print. Also the financial statement, if you want to sort in financial statement, and you can do the comparison with the previous year if you check mark this side, and you have also on the side of include income details by explanations, or if you prefer by account, you can switch only by account and you will be able to see the revenue by account and also the expenses by account. And I can change the language by English, so you can see incomes, expenses by account in total. And again, this report can be exported or sent by email or change the language. So this is the end of the training of accounting. And if you have questions, always feel free to contact the support. We have many ways to do it. Or either way, you can go on the proprioexpert.com and chat with one of our agents, or call at 1-866-886-2439.